Hello there. Well, as you can tell, yes, Christmas is nearly upon us. It's nearly upon us. Just a wee bit still to go. So I thought I'd do a wee video because it has been a wee while, to be honest with you. Who likes a good mystery? I absolutely love one. Mary Celeste, what happened there? When Agatha Christie disappeared, what happened there? Lord Lucan, what happened there? Glenn Miller's plane still hasn't touched down. Amelia Earhart, what happened there? The Loch Ness Monster, what's going on? And the mystery disappearance of Lloyd Evans. Gone for nearly a month. I think he resurfaced in the last 22 hours. Disappeared for a whole month, 4 weeks. And yet this is a guy who said that his videos, he was involved in life-saving work and asked people to send him money. So basically, you can see where this is going. I think somebody in America, because apparently that's where he turned up, felt sorry for our Lloyd and said, come over here, all expenses paid. However, I'm definitely not going to pay for little Lloyd to get blown. All expenses paid, come over here, and I think that's what he did. Apparently he's, there are a lot of people out there, some good natured honest people who have been unfortunately completely conned by this guy. I feel sorry for him, and I think they've obviously paid for his flight. Because as we know, things are bad in the Lloyd world that we know today. So yeah, it's massively disappointing that there are people out there who've looked at the example of Lloyd Evans where you say, you know what, there's potential here that if I emulate the great Lloyd Evans, I don't have to do any work. If I need any work done on my car, or money to go to some sort of XJW thing, or more money to load up more videos so I don't have to work, I want people to send me money. It's ironic because literally, I don't know, a couple of years back my car went off the road needing £1,300 worth of work because the clutch had gone, but then it was the gears. And anyway, £1,300 later, and I could have easily gone onto my subscribers and says, please send me the money. Oh dear, but guess what I didn't? Instead I went off and got a horrible job, which I did for 18 months because I needed the money. I've struggled to find out anybody who's got any self-respect out there does this, asks people to send them money to do this life-saving videos. If you're doing these videos, you should do these videos out the love of the people that you're wanting to help. You shouldn't ask for money to do it. If anybody asks you to send you any money for Patreon or whatever it is, avoid like the plague, because at the end of the day they're just sponging off other people, just like their great mentor Lloyd Evans, who continue to sponge it off people. Now, in relation to him, let's just catch up with the court case. As you're probably well aware, he's got 7 people who, other XJW activists, who he's pursuing through a court in Croatia, calling them criminal defendants, saying that they've defamed him. And literally, what was it, 18 months ago, he was supposed to be reveal all of what everybody had done to him, frame by frame, video, data to video, just that we could go through and say, oh yes. I was waiting for the big reveal. We've all been 10 talks about this. It got to the point that those 7 individuals, the Magnificent 7, decided that, you know what, maybe we can find out what we've done wrong ourselves. And they apparently hired, or I think maybe other people feeling sorry for them, put the funding together. They didn't ask for it, unlike some individuals we know out there, and paid for a solicitor in Croatia to translate all these court documents and then be able to tell these 7 exactly what they were supposed to have done and when. And when you saw instances of what happened, because some of them are freely gone through Twitter or YouTube or what have you, and they don't want to reveal all as it is yet, but it's laughable. It's laughable. I've been privy to these documents because I've been accepted into the inner sanctum of the Magnificent Seven. But seeing as Lloyd Evans thinks they're a bunch of shits, I could also refer to it as the inner rectum. However, I've seen the documentation for myself. I was literally waiting for the smoking gun. Literally, I was going, right, okay, yeah, no, right, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I just couldn't see one because there isn't one. There is no smoking gun out there. There is nothing. Lloyd, if you're watching this, or any Branch Lloyd Davidians who are watching this, please tell your mentor, Lloyd, please, you have to stop this, because obviously all these people are paying him, while other YouTube witness activists in the Jehovah's Witness realm are getting money so they can, not bother going to work. He's actually spending money not going to work and also pursuing the Magnificent Seven through a creation court. And as we know, lawyers, it all costs money, a hell of a lot of money. And Lloyd, if I was you, mate, I would drop it because it's awful. Literally any sane judge, there's no need for the jury to retire. Any sane judge will actually look at what the material you've got there and just think and say to themselves, no. I can't pursue this. This is people's opinion. They're allowed to give the opinion. And there's nothing wrong with people giving their opinion of a work-shy, lazy bastard. There really, really isn't. Especially one who's missing blowing other people's money and getting little Lloyd blown. So, however, he has stated, he's maybe thinking that maybe this will all get blown out of court. And he said if it fails in this particular court, he'll then maybe go to another court. And he'll keep on doing this and maybe then lodge it in Zambia or Mozambique or whatever, till he says he'll do it to his dying breath until he can vindicate and clear his name. Instead, he's just creating, as I said before, more social media footprints for his sad girls who one day will get to Google his father's name and feel very disappointed in their father. That's where we're going with this. Honestly, I just hope it gets cleared up more sooner than later, just for the sake of the 7 individual members, so that maybe they can start off 2024 knowing that this has been just thrown out of court with great lols, bants and laughs on behalf of this completely deluded human being and all his disciples who've taken up the mantle of being the next great Lloyd Evans. So, that's an update on that. Hopefully more sooner than later, because you like to think that that's not hanging over, even though how ridiculous it is anyway. And yeah, isn't it amazing that our mate has been away for a month? I think it might have been his 4th holiday of the year, on the back of other people paying him money, because clearly we know he doesn't work, he doesn't want to work, and he's tried other avenues of trying to be successful, finding his place in this world, as in being a recording artist. And I've been doing that for years, and guess what? Thousands and thousands of people are trying to do it, and there's thousands and thousands of people have failed. Lloyd should just get a little bit of self-respect and go and get a job, just like the other people who've sort of followed in his footsteps, who think that working's below them, and they're just wanting to sponge off people who think that they are the people who bring down the watchtower, and they never are. The watchtower will continue on and on and on. It won't fall, because they'll invent some other crock of shit which the gullible will believe. Maybe the numbers will decrease, but they unfortunately will still be Jehovah's Witnesses. It's not ending anytime soon. We personal note. I have now got a permanent job. So and it is permanent between August and September. For as long as I've got the job. It's a bit touch and go, but I passed my probation, hurrah, and it's a job I really love, and I found my place, and hopefully it'll allow more time in the winter time to do my other little side job and actually do some music and go and see a little bit more of the world. My son is back this Christmas. He came back in September, and he's settled down and find little jobs to do in teaching and other things. He's still got ambitions to maybe go to Vietnam and Thailand. He's going to go and work in America again, although the place he worked in the last few years in America, when they recently had that guy who's doing the spree shooting and shot like 23 people dead in Maine, one of the places he shot people dead was actually the bowling alley which my son was in last July. So as you can imagine, it's Maine. I always thought it was a bit of a safe state, but at the moment I'm a little bit worried. But hey ho, you can get killed crossing the road, you know, or just driving your car back from wherever it is. So you just don't know these days. However, he is back, and we're going to make most of it, and I will do a wee video probably next week to show all my wonderful decorations, purely that if I'm still here next year, still celebrating Christmas in this house, I'm still here in body and soul and spirit, that it'll be a good way of remembering what decorations went where, because this year I was having to go back to pictures, incomplete pictures I took last year, to try and find out where the hell this particular decoration went. However, I'll just do a quick turnaround and say goodbye. Cheers everybody, and a happy Christmas if I don't get to see or hear from me again, just in case this video doesn't appear. A quick look out in the back garden. My wife has never been a big fan of Christmas, as a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses are. Feel slightly guilty in celebrating Christmas because you think somehow you're still displeasing God, because you still think that the witnesses may be the truth. And my wife's always been that way. She's always not particularly like celebrating Christmas. However, after 20 years of not celebrating it, of course, I went OTTT. And I've continued to be that way. But however, this year there has been a slight change, because I decided not to do anything in our garden at the back, because unravelling all those lights, and a lot of them are broken. I just thought no, and she actually went out and bought some. So I'll try and see if I can zoom in on what is in our summer house from the vantage point of the kitchen window. But anyway, I'll see if this works. So if we just go past there, let's swivel the camera around. So if you can see that, yes, you can see that. So if you just go, oh, there you go. So basically, in our summer house, as you can see, it's an inflatable Santa, an inflatable snowman, and obviously a Christmas tree. And yes, so that's something that, in fact, the colour's a bit crap on this. But anyway, that's what she bought this year, so it's looking up a wee bit. So yes, anyway. So that's it. I will do a video to show all the remarkable lights that we have in this house, because I absolutely love them. And obviously I've got a lovely little hat and a lovely Christmas jumper which used to light up, but unfortunately my wife put it in the wash, I think the year before, and basically the wiring got buggered, so that's it. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to do something else, and in the meantime I hope everybody is looking forward to Christmas, is looking forward to a new year, and hopefully we'll see each other either just before it or certainly in 2024. Goodbye.